My name is Javin Sattar. I work for Custodian Capital, and my role was to manage the project to install solar PV for one of our tenants. Custodian Capital Limited are appointed fund manager of Custodian REIT PLC. Typically, we acquire property and manage assets on behalf of our client to provide them with returns via rental income from the business. As part of our strategy, Custodian REIT PLC has engaged in ESG strategy, and as part of that ESG strategy, we're looking to reduce the carbon footprint of our buildings. And this is via means of installing solar PV, installing EV chargers, and removing gas up from some of our buildings using more electrified systems. Project specifically, what we've done is entered into new territory by creating a private wire line that supports the energy consumption for the building next door. So not only are we providing solar PV to the building that we own as a landlord, the tenant also occupies the building next door to us, where we are also providing that building with solar PV from solar panels that are only on the building that we own. The client will benefit from carbon reductions on their building, which will support their ESG strategy whilst aligning with our ESG strategy as a landlord. The length of the project was 3 weeks. Sustain UK's engagement with our tenant has been great. We've overcome all objections raised by the tenant, resulting in the efficient installation of the solar PV. Nick was able to answer all the questions raised by our tenant. But what we found is, even on cloudy days, as long as the sun rays are reaching the solar PV, there's an income to be derived from it. It still produces energy. In the months of November, December, you might have minimal power generated, but yet it still generates power. We maintain an annual maintenance contract with them to look after the solar, to clean the solar, and they provide us with regular updates in terms of how the solar is performing. Throughout the installation process, our tenants and us as landlords have found it easy to deal with Nick and his team. On this particular project, Nick and the team at Sustain have been great in overcoming all the objections raised by the tenant, all the queries raised by the tenant's health and safety team, and all the technical information that was required, and has made the job easier for us as a landlord. Using Sustain UK has made the installation an easy process for us, where Nick and his team manage the entire process for us, reporting to us on a weekly basis in terms of progress and how the installation's going. We've been working with Sustain Commercial Solar for the past 12 months, and in that time they have delivered 5 projects which have been great to work with. Their ongoing support has been amazing. They've delivered on all the projects in a timely manner, and they've caused minimum disruption to all of our tenants. The technical data that we received from Sustained Commercial Solar has been great and helps us to analyse the way in which our solar PV are performing and the impact that they have on the environment. The advice I would give to other companies considering installing solar PV is to make sure all the preliminary documents have been agreed beforehand. This will help avoid any delays during the installation process, and this could be things like agreeing the deed of variation for the installation, the PPA agreement. I would recommend Sustain UK to other businesses.